Welcome back, everyone, to Chasing the Light, a monthly tarot forecast. Someone asked me, why do I call it Chasing the Light? And it's because this year marks the year of the Hermit. And I focused on the lantern. But oftentimes we have been feeling that we're chasing the light, right? Like not having that quote unquote karmic justice that we're wanting to see, or the peace that we're desiring, or just the stillness, right? It's just been one after the other. And it feels like, and I sensed it in the beginning of the year, that we would be chasing the light of that lantern held by the Hermit. So that's why I called it Chasing the Light. Next year, it's going to be the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know yet what I'm going to be focusing on. By the way, if you're not following me on Substack, that's where I'm going to be hosting all of my predictions for 2026 for a nominal fee, probably like $5, $6, I don't know. And I will be wrapping up 2025 on YouTube and see what came through from the readings that I did in the beginning of, well, at the end of last year, I think it was, for 2025. So look out for that video. But I will be putting all of the numerology readings for 2026, the archetypes for 2026 of tarot, and the Chinese New Year forecast on Substack. All right, so make sure to follow me there. And when I give you the prompt for the announcement, I'll let everyone here know, and I'll also provide a link here on YouTube. All right, enough with the I guess it was advertisement. I don't know what that was. But anyway, yeah, so what happened in November? Oh my God, a lot, right? So we were having the archetypes of the Hermit that's going to be with us all year, the Justice card, and Judgment. And remember what I said in that forecast, that it would be this karmic justice for the people. Like I really felt that shift for the people. And sorry, I have a little doggy that needs a little attention when I'm doing these YouTube. Come up, you can come up. Oh, good boy. So just to talk a little bit about justice, here in the United States, the U.S. District Court for Eastern District of Virginia dismissed a case against James Comey, and also the there were some. Oh, I gotta put the doggy down. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't do both things at once. Also, the case against Letitia James was dismissed. This is all, of course, without prejudice. The U.S. District Court for Central District of California put a nationwide bond for hearings for detained immigrants, and striking down part of the Trump era policy. That was done on November 25th. There was a federal judge who halted or placed a temporary order halting in some of these inhumane conditions at some of the ICE detention centers in San Francisco. From the World News, International Criminal Court, the ICC, sought a life sentence for a militia leader. I remember that the Court of Justice of the European Union ruled that the European Union would recognize same-sex marriages. Let's see, what else? I can't remember. There's something in Dominican Republic that had happened. I think it was again with same-sex marriage. Yeah, it was something, it was this energy of the people and judgment, right? That judgment. What are we judging? And it really was this energy of wanting to sort of right the wrongs. That's what that energy felt like. And if you go back and listen to the forecast, that's what, oh my goodness, he's destroying something. um, but that's what that energy was like, right? When we had the hermit was going to shine a light, obviously all the Epstein stuff that came out, shining that light, people seeking justice, right? And also that element of judgment, right? Of judgment coming in, and people making decisions here in the United States of leaving their or not running again for Congress. And yeah, it's just, you could see the energies kind of like building in November with justice, judgment, and the Hermit's card with that lantern. And again, just to reiterate, the Hermit energy is an energy that kind of builds, right? It's like until all of the information is gathered, until all the details are made, the hermit doesn't come out of the cave and just share wisdom right away. It really accumulates knowledge and then shares that wisdom with the world. So that's why when people got really excited, beginning of the year, I'm like, when you have that hermit energy, it's a little bit still isolated, right? It's a little bit still in the dark, but at least some of the light is being shown to the world, and that's from the lantern, from the light held by the hermit. But not everything will be revealed, and certainly not everything will feel just, right? And so we got that energy from November 2025 with the monthly forecast. All right. You know, I like to make these short and sweet, and I still have December to talk about. So let's move on to the next slide. So this month of December, we are ending the year with the Hermit, the Hangman, and the World Tarot archetypes. And when these combinations come together, we know that the Hermit is making its way for some sort of sacrifice, which is represented by that Hangman, in order to evolve, which is represented by the World Tarot archetype, right? So that Hermit is lighting a path toward these energies. And when we think of December, we already think of the ending of the year, right? And so there's this energy that's really palpable, and it's all about an ending. And we are also being guided to be in that still point, in the moment of stillness, which is represented by this energy of the Hermit card. And for December, this moment of stillness is where the world is going to have to evolve as the way forward is made very clear, right? Of course, when we're doing collective readings, or global readings like this, we also want to look at some of the more challenging aspects. So for me, it's like we can either evolve or devolve, right? And that's from a collective perspective. And that's also because when we're looking at the world tarot archetype, everything that we do will be for the purpose of evolving, and it will depend on our decisions. Okay? So the hangman is all about the suspension point that is really necessary for us to live our own true value. And this archetype really encourages us to initiate the change. Sometimes that change requires a sacrifice, and other times it requires us to simply be still and to acknowledge the sacredness that is within us. In many, many circles, the hanged man is seen as a martyr. And it is a place within us where we are emptying ourselves of attachment and really connecting to the vast space of the divine within us. So those are the choices. Are we going to attach to things, or are we going to surrender to the divine. This month of December is going to leave us collectively in that space of suspension until we're able to see and then act upon what we are observing, either within ourselves or collectively around the world. Now, when we see the world archetype, what I see is a symbol of the earth. Traditionally, when this card appears in a reading, it is a signifier of a completion point. So there's something that is completing this month of December that will definitely impact humanity. And just reading this layout as a story, right? The Hermit, the light will be shining on the hangman in order to complete something. And that is a turning point for humanity. The world is the quintessential representation. The World Tarot archetype is the quintessential representation of beginnings and endings, plus everything in between. So it really is going to be shining a light on everything that we've been seeing throughout the entire year. With the Hermit archetype in the mix here, we will be shown what occurs when our sense of union, right? A collective union, of collective gathering with each other. We're going to be shown what that looks like when it's fragmented, how that will play out in the world. And remember, the lantern of the hermit all year long has been showing us snippets of what self-destructive behaviors can lead to, and what precarious situations can evolve into. And it's been showing us that on a global scale. It is, of course, always up to us to decide whether or not to heed the guidance and follow the path of the light that the hermit is showing us. All right, everyone, stay safe. Happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of the month of December and heed the guidance. Stay on that path of the light. Hold the light. Even if you got to chase it, just know that we're getting closer. All right? All right, take care, and I'll catch you on the other side.